Welcome to Creatives in the Spotlight. I'm your host, Paul Hurley, and today we are featuring GiGi Bell. Say hi, GiGi.
Hi.
GiGi and I met on a film set, I guess it was a month or two ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. We were both playing cops.
Playing cops. Funny, right?
Yeah. So, I get typecasted a lot as a cop.
Yeah, I see you're a cop quite often.
Yeah. Well, I bought a cop car and the uniforms.
And the
like
uniform.
Barbie, I came with accessories,
Thank goodness.
Right.
Because
So
you've helped out on a lot of sets.
I have, and it's been real fun. But this isn't about me.
I know.
This is about you
Okay.
today. So now, Creatives in the Spotlight, we are going to feature special guests every show relative to arts, entertainment, music, and the film industry. Now, GiGi has been not only an actress, but didn't you write your film?
Yes, I did. I wrote it, I directed it, and starred in it.
Now, that is Campaign of Deception.
Yes, Campaign of Deception, which is out now.
Yeah, it is out. I think, on Tubi and several
Oh my
other
gosh,
streaming?
listen, I have the list on my phone.
Okay.
But I just say major streaming platforms.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was a really unique film. It was political, which, I've got to see that.
Well, I have a degree in political science.
Oh, well,
so
fantastic. Well, that explains a lot. That really does, as far
was
as the
very
storyline
easy
and
for me.
everything. And it really kind of just took you for a twist near the end of the movie. Now, I won't spoil it, but you guys have really got to see it.
Yeah.
It was really a treat to see it.
I didn't want to make your typical African-American movie. I just wanted to make a good movie.
Right.
So thank you, Ty Durton, who taught me that.
Yes,
So-
Ty is a phenomenal director as well.
And he is. That's my mentor.
All right.
So he's actually the reason why I wrote Campaign of Deception.
Fantastic.
So, yeah,
That
he
is
tricked me.
awesome. Well, now in Campaign of Deception, he stars in it as well.
Yes.
You guys worked on it for how long?
Actually, it took about a year and a half.
A year and a half.
Yeah.
Now, films don't normally take that long to film, but I understand you overcame some kind of trials and tribulations through that.
I did. Unfortunately, I had 2 strokes one while writing and one actually while filming. So I don't know if you really paid attention or not, but there are times where like I'm one size and then you see me later on and it looks like I'm another size because I am.
Oh, wow.
Because we had to take a break from filming so that I could heal. So
Yeah, I couldn't tell it. I mean, the movie was absolutely phenomenal. It was great. You did an outstanding job in writing it, directing it, acting in it.
yeah, it was all a challenge.
Thoroughly impressed. And when I overheard the strokes, I was like, I've got to tell your story.
It was such a challenge, especially like at the end after I had the second stroke. That was me filming. So I had to learn lines and my memory was like in and out. So we had to like piece lines together.
Oh, wow.
We did a lot of takes. But my DP was very patient.
Right.
So it was hard though. It was very hard.
Well, filmmaking isn't easy.
Yeah.
It can be very,
And nobody told me that.
very
Ty
tiring.
was like, "Oh yeah, you can write it and direct it and star in it, and it's nothing for you." And
But
it was
you did
a
it.
lot.
You did it.
It was not nothing.
But
it was
in the
a-
long run, you have an amazing film.
Thank you.
And I was very much honored to be invited. When we met on set,
Right.
You got to come see my film. I'm like, you got it. So,
I'm very proud of myself. That was a lot to accomplish, so I'm definitely proud of the film that I did make. My product, I feel like, was good. So
it definitely is.
And I have a lot of people asking me, like, so what's going to happen with Book? Is Ari going to stay in jail? So
Right.
just having people interact with me about the different characters, I'm just like, okay. So they're wanting a part
Will there be a part 2?
2. There will be a part 2.
Oh, no, I'm excited.
There will
If
be.
you need a cop, I know a guy.
My thing is, I'm not sure if I want to do a prequel or a part 2.
Oh,
So both stories are very interesting, and who knows, I might do both.
Yeah. Okay.
So look out for that.
That's fantastic. So I need to ask you, when did you decide to get into film?
Oh, wow. Interesting story.
Okay.
I have a friend who is a rapper, Pink Lash, and she and I met in theater.
Okay.
We were on the same set of a production, and I sang at the time. Yeah, I do have songs out on Apple Music.
All right. Look at you. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I write and sing as well.
Okay.
But she knew me from there, and she decided that she was going to write a play.
Okay.
And she was like, you know, I like how you handle yourself on set. I think you should be my director. And I was like, well, that's, a big title. I don't know anything about directing, but, I'll study and be the best director that I can be.
Okay.
And at the same time, I saw Ty again. He was getting ready to film North Cac. So he had put that he was looking for an assistant. I hit him up and I was like, I'll be your assistant. You don't even have to pay me because I need to learn how to direct. And he was like, okay. I went on set and I worked for maybe 30 minutes and there was a major character that was needed and the person didn't show up. So Ty was like, you act right. And I'm like, yeah. He was like, perfect. You have a part.
That same thing happened to Dolph Lundgren. And
Really?
that's how he got into the
Oh,
industry.
awesome. See, I'm
He was
destined
on
for
set
greatness.
with his girlfriend. His girlfriend had a part. He didn't even have a part. He was just standing in the background. And somebody canceled, and they saw him and said, get him in here. And
See,
it took off.
destined for
So
greatness.
sometimes it's all
yeah.
about being at the right place
at the right time.
Right.
But yeah, so we looked at the script. I hate to say that I killed it, but I obviously did well because now I'm a permanent fixture on North Cac. So
That's
whenever you
awesome.
see Donna on North Cac, just know that it was supposed to be Donnie or something like that.
So they wrote your part
yeah,
in. Right?
and we made her a singer. And so my very first episode, I was singing on North Cac. So
Wow.
I got to sing and act all at the same time.
So which one do you prefer? Which one is your favorite?
Oh, wow.
What do you enjoy doing the most?
I love singing. I absolutely love it. Music is my first love.
Right.
So I do love singing, but I so enjoy acting.
Yeah.
I really do. It brought out something in me that I didn't know that I had. So, well, let my mom tell it. I always had it in me because I was extra and good at lying.
Well, yeah, I think you got to be a little bit good at telling a fib here and there
Right.
to write a good story.
Yeah, I tell my kids that now. They're like, you tricked us. I'm like, I'm an actress. What do you expect? So,
Okay, on tricking the kids, now a word from our sponsor.
You want to create content, but you need options. Noda Art House has sets, backdrops, an infinity wall, and much more.
Welcome back to Creatives in the Spotlight. Now, Gigi, how has your family adjusted to you pursuing your acting career?
it's interesting, actually. Like, my son is in the industry. He's a boom man.
Okay.
So he's like, Ma, you're a star. People recognize me when we're out sometimes. And he's like, see, I told you you're a star. My oldest daughter is like, yeah, my mom, she's it. But my middle child is just like, yeah, you ain't all that.
Now, let me ask you, does it kind of an awkward feeling or still a good feeling whenever somebody recognizes you?
Oh, my gosh, it's so awkward.
It really is.
I don't know what to say.
It's
I don't know what to do. I'm
I hope I
like,
didn't suck in that film.
right. Did you really like it?
Right. Right.
Do I go in for a hug? Do I
Right.
pat? You want a picture?
Yeah, it's like, I don't know you.
So it's cool though. Like, I go into my neighborhood Family Dollar store, and when I go in, they're like, "Oh, it's the superstar."
Yeah.
And the cashiers, they're always talking about my movie, so I always get to promote it
Yeah.
with the people in line because the cashiers are always talking about it. They love it. Watched it several times.
That's awesome.
So it makes you feel good, but it definitely makes you feel like, okay.
And community support in this industry is so big, and that's one reason why I developed the show and created the show was for the simple fact that we want to help promote people coming into the industry, people that have projects out there that people may not know about, and to hear a little bit about your story. You know, what drives you? What inspires you?
What inspires me is getting older.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm up there. So I'm at the point where I have nothing to lose.
Honey, you ain't got a gray hair in your head. Don't talk.
I do.
Come on now.
I do. You have to look for them. I'm very blessed. I don't know what happened, but I'm very blessed. So I do have like
Well, I'm at that
one
point
or
where it
two.
can turn any color it wants as long as it doesn't turn loose.
But I'm scared that when it does turn, it's going to turn white just all of a sudden.
You think?
And I'm just going to look like 90. I'm going to go from, I say a good 40-something. We're going to say a good 40-something to like 90 with the white hair. I'm so scared.
Oh, no.
But yeah, right now I'm hanging in there.
Well, that's good. That's good. But your family's all good with the acting, and they're supportive. And
They don't like the time. It's very time consuming. So
it is.
And I have grandchildren, so it's like the children want time. My kids want time, even though they're grown, all three of them. They want their time, and I'm just like, okay.
It is tongue-tied.
Yeah.
It's excruciatingly time-consuming.
It is.
Because you have to learn your script. You have to learn your character. And, you know, luckily, I've been blessed enough that everything that's been thrown in my lap, evidently, they've seen me and like, oh, it fits this guy, you know.
We got another cop here.
Yeah. Or this guy's a total bad guy, you know, or whatever, because I play.
But I love your acting. You're awesome.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I've enjoyed it. It's been a real blessing the past couple of years since I've gotten in it. And it's expanding. It's blowing up like crazy right now.
It is. It's like everyone has a film.
Yeah.
Everyone has a film.
There's a project going every weekend, and I'm like, good Lord.
And I don't know how they do it because I'm still recuperating.
Now, I worked on a project last year that should be coming out on streaming any time. It's called You're It.
Okay.
And we worked on it for 6 months every weekend.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was just filming.
Now, see, we didn't do that. Of course,
That was
like I
some
said, a year and a
Iron Man
half.
stuff, you know, 6 months every weekend, not a day off, period. I worked the day job Monday through Friday, and I was on set Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, wow. See.
12, 14 hours a day.
That's a lot.
Yeah. But,
That's
you
a
know,
lot.
in the end, when you look back and you're able to see that, you know, you just get that sense of pride that's kind of, you know,
Right.
it's worth it.
Now, I have been on sets that are like 16, 18 hours, and you're like, you only have one line left, and you're like, please, can we just get to the part where I say my one line?
Right. Or they're
And
going
you have to come back tomorrow. Mm-hmm.
We're gonna shoot 3 more scenes 1st, and then yours.
And you're like, but I only have one line.
I know, right?
But yeah, but I enjoy it. I love being on set. That's how I got into directing, just watching on set, watching. I can't give Ty Durden enough of accolades because he really has been an awesome mentor to me.
Right.
But I've enjoyed being on set, learning everything that I can about film. There's so much. I had no idea. I used to just watch movies and just enjoy the movie. And now I'm like, okay, I see something wrong.
Oh, I know. I know. Now that you're in the industry, you critique every film, and it's just like the one I told you about earlier that the editor missed. I'm like, oh no.
And you're like, the lighting was wrong.
Right.
Or they picked the wrong score. And that's when my kids are irritated because they're like, can you just watch the movie?
Can you just enjoy it for
And
what
I'm
it
like,
is?
no.
No, you don't understand. Once you start creating that, you start critiquing everything.
Everything.
Because you want to get so much better at your art, you know, that you were the day before. Not better than anyone else.
Right, but your
just
own best.
Yeah, your own best. And when you see other films, you're immediately searching ideas.
Right,
and,
ideas.
you know, things that, oh man, that was a great shot, or oh, I want to use that, or
Exactly.
you know. But then when you see something wrong, you're like, oh no.
It hurt the entire scene.
I know.
Why did you do that? But
And sound is so important.
oh, it's so
in film.
important.
You know, I've seen some films that were absolutely awesome, but the sound
The score
quality,
was
my God. And it just ruined the whole thing. You were like, I would rather just read the captions. I mean, honestly,
been there.
seen
I've been there
films
as
that
well.
You're right.
And you're like, what are they saying?
Right.
It's mumbled. It's mumbled. I don't understand. And that usually, you have 1 minute of that with me,
Right.
and I'm done. I am such a movie critic, which
Right.
is crazy that I went into this industry because I was that person before in the movie, like, okay, she has the same hairstyle, but now her nails are red. When we started out, she didn't have any color on the nails. So, yeah, I see that. Wait, the glass had orange juice in it. Now it's empty, but it was supposed to be after that. Right. So I've always picked up on everything that was wrong.
And that's
it's a
the
game.
thing. That's the thing. Some of your experienced actors, especially when drinking out of a drink, you don't drink it.
Right.
You simulate drinking, and so the level never changes.
So right.
You know, and it stays consistent.
But I've learned that's a hard thing to do.
It is, especially when you get thirsty. I was on set of The Naked Gun in Georgia last year. Yeah, and it comes out this August. And I'm in the bar scenes, and I've got a mixed drink. And it was a real drink. And
yeah, I've
don't
had that.
drink it, people. I'm like,
right. Wait on that. Refill.
Hold your breath. But no, I get why they said that don't drink it.
Right.
Because, you know, you don't want to change the level in the glass and, you know, with consistency and stuff.
And see,
and they
I
probably
made
didn't
that
want
mistake.
us drunk.
I made that mistake, but it was my first movie, so I didn't know.
Right.
So we were filming, and we had sweet tea, and the actors were just drinking along, and they put it down, and then we had to fill it back up. And where was it? It was right there. Look back and see. Oh, okay,
Look
it was
at the
right
camera.
there.
Look at the
And then we do it again, and then they drink it again, and I'm like, oh my God, here we go
know,
again.
right?
So,
God.
yeah, I've had that.
So what is you would think your greatest challenge on set?
Jeez. Probably my memory with the stroke
Right,
is,
right.
oh my
I see
gosh.
that, yeah.
It's a challenge. And then because I know that it's an issue, I think I hyper focus on it. So it makes it even worse.
Right.
So yeah, I think
Triggers
that's
that anxiety.
Yeah, it does. So I have
You
to
still
like,
get stage fright, don't you?
oh yeah.
I do too. I do too.
Even with singing, I've got
to do an audition tape like right after this show, and I'm
And you have the jitters.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the great ones do.
Well,
That's what I was told.
you know, and I will always endure and embrace that feeling. Mm-hmm. You know, and
I haven't learned
love
to
it.
embrace it yet.
I love it. I really do. It's almost like an adrenaline high.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I'm getting nervous. Yeah, let's do it. You know?
Yeah, because that's how you come off. I'm the one that's over in the corner like, oh, okay, it's my line. It's my line. Okay, it's my line. I know my line. I definitely know oh God, what's my line?
I do that. Oh.
That's me.
And I'll read the story like 10 or 15 times, know it like the back of my heart, and then miss my trigger because
Yeah,
I
you're
heard
in
the
your
line,
head.
but I'm too busy thinking of my line.
I do that a lot. So yeah, it's a challenge.
Yeah.
It's definitely a challenge.
You know, a lot of people look at film and they're like, how hard can it be? Oh, no, folks, it's not easy.
And I thought that. I was one of those people because I'm a jack of all trades.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I could do that. But then
But you did do it.
I did.
Yeah.
But I had to
But it's not
learn
in
a
all
lot.
of us. It's not in all of us. Some of us, you know, it comes by naturally. It's like,
Well,
you know,
I'm not
it was
going to
our
say
calling.
natural.
Well, I mean, you got in there and took it.
Some of
You
it.
took it by the reins
Yeah.
and took off. You know, you found people that would be able to inspire you. and
Right, I
teach
did.
You know, and that's the main thing. It's not so much, you know, I see a lot of people going through film school, and I'm not knocking film school at all. I didn't do any film school. I
Yeah.
started off as a radio DJ in the 90s.
And I can tell with that voice.
But it was fun, but it didn't really pay the bills. You know, I was the only one working, family man, got a kid. But it was fun, you know. I missed it for many, many years because I had to leave that and, of course, go get a responsible job. DJing was fun, but, you know.
Again.
Yeah. I always thought I had a face for radio.
Okay.
But then I got into acting, and it was like, wow, okay. Well, if you dig it, I dig it.
And that's how I feel. I'm like, each time I receive a role, I'm just like in awe. Like, really? Me? Okay. And then I see it and I'm like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
That was great.
Let me ask you, have you ever been given a script, look at the role and go, I'm not doing that. I can't do that. That's
yes,
not me.
I just turned down my very first role.
Congratulations. A lot of people worry about that. And I did too in the past because it was like, oh my God, if I turn one down, they'll quit
Right,
coming.
they'll stop.
They'll quit
And
coming.
this
I'll
was a
jinx
friend.
myself. Yeah.
There was a friend, and it wasn't even, well, let me just rephrase that. I didn't turn down the role. I didn't audition.
Okay.
When I said I was going to audition.
I got you.
But I
just chose
read
to
the script,
depart.
and it was a little risque. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, okay, I don't think I can do that. So I didn't even want to put myself or him in that position because I didn't think that I could do that. So,
and I've taken roles where I didn't really necessarily see that part of the script. It's in a series and you're months down the road, and then there's some kissing scenes and so on and so forth. And I will no longer do kissing scenes with actresses that are married. I can't do
I was
it.
going to ask you about your kissing scenes.
I can't
because
do it.
I've had two.
Look, when you see that husband's look on his face, when you're lip locked with his wife in a passionate embrace and kiss, and it's like, no, I know that look.
Right.
I have felt that look, and I can't do that.
Well,
I can't do that.
for different reasons. I just always felt like, wait. And the thing is, my very first on-camera kiss, I was like, oh, I can do this. How hard is it to kiss? I kiss all the time. Kiss, kiss, kiss.
Right.
And you get on, and they're like, action. And you're like, and I was looking like a duck. I'm like, should I go in now? Go in now?
Right.
Like we could not get. And
Was there no chemistry there?
No.
I really think in a scene where you have to have some kind of intimacy with somebody, there needs to be some kind of chemistry.
Right.
You guys hang out, laugh, joke, whatever. If it's there, great. If
Now we
it's
have
not,
that kind of chemistry because I think he's funny.
Okay.
But he was too funny for me to feel like.
take him seriously.
Right.
Oh my God.
So every time we would lean in, it's like, I can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. So finally, what was supposed to be an intimate kiss just ended up being a peck on the cheek because we could not get it together.
Oh, well, I get that. But yeah, that's one place I draw the line. I just can't.
Yeah.
With married people.
I don't know how.
And some married folks are fine with that. They're
Don't bring them on the set.
Hey, just acting, blah, blah, blah. But we can all say that, but at the end of the day, when you see it on screen,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like,
on screen, it's a whole and then it's even more enhanced.
Yeah.
So, because, you're going to have your close-ups and.
Right. And if
Oh,
the
wow.
movie's good, you're already feeling the emotion.
Right.
You're feeling the anticipation, and then you're seeing that.
Yeah. Oopsie.
Yeah. So, but, it's a learning experience. You grab the horse by the reins, you take off, and you learn by doing. And
I'm
there's
going
a
to take
lot
that
of-
advice for my next kiss.
There you go. Just take the horse by the
Paul
reins.
said
and
just
do it.
take the horse by the reins.
Just do it.
Okay, gotcha. I'm going to call you and let you know how that works out.
Okay. Yeah, definitely do that. Well, hopefully I'm on set and I get to
Right.
see it,
Because, we're on set. We're on Under the Gun.
Under the gun.
Together.
Now, when is that coming out?
Soon.
I hope so. I want to see that.
It's coming out very soon.
I can't tell you the particulars of it, do the NDA, all that good stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but I got to do some really cool driving, guys.
Oh,
I
wow.
wanna see that.
Listen.
I haven't seen the footage yet, but I've heard.
I can't say.
All I got to say is that's the most fun I've had behind the wheel of a car in quite a while.
I was scared.
Yeah?
I was scared. That's all
I
I'm
think
going to
the
say.
cameraman was too.
Yeah, he should have been.
All right. Well, GiGi, is there any more you'd like to tell us about your film, Campaign of Deception?
Just that I enjoyed making it. I hope that you do watch it and enjoy it and interact with me. I'm on social media, GiGi Bell. That's Facebook, the real GiGi Bell, TheRealGiGiBell on Instagram and X and Thread and all the other stuff. Is the real GiGi Bell. Interact with me. Let me know if you like it, you didn't like it. I had somebody who said they didn't like it.
Really?
They gave me the sugar honey iced tea. Yeah. And I said thank you. I said, let me know what you didn't like about it. And, I'm learning. So maybe I can take your advice and make my next movie better.
In the long run, he still watched it.
He did. Thank you.
Appreciate
I hope
that
you watched
view.
it twice because you really didn't like it.
Right. Watch it again. Make sure.
Make sure you don't like it.
Give me a 2 out
And
of
then
3.
tell your friends that you didn't like it so they can watch it too.
Right. And then they can tell me.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Gigi, it has been an honor. Thank you again for coming
You're such
on
a
the
pleasure.
show.
Thank you so much for having me.
I enjoyed it. I look forward to having you again.
Oh, yeah.
So keep me in the loop of anything other, you got going on, projects you got
definitely
coming
will.
out. I'd love to see it at the theater.
Awesome. I definitely will.
I look forward to seeing it.
Okay. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being here. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Like and subscribe. Check out the show. Like I said, we're going to feature different creatives in all the various fields with every show. So check us out and learn about your local creatives right here at Creatives on the Spotlight. Bye, guys.
Bye.